So a few months ago, I brought this little buddy for my son. But for some reason, he wasn't eating. We tried everything. At least that's what we thought. And so we had to take him to Petco, and we asked the worker at Petco, why won't he eat? What's wrong with him? And she told me a few things that I never would have guessed. Like, she said, do you have a side enclosure? She said, because if you have a top enclosure, when you stick your hand in the top, the snake might feel threatened and it might bite you. Then she said, it's the room cold. She said the snake won't attempt to eat because the cold slows down its digestion. And then she said the last thing is the snake's food warm? And I said, well, we unthaw it because we feed it dead mouse or mice, which one ever is it. She said you might actually need to hit it with a hair dryer. And I'm like, a hair dryer? She said, because you need to warm the food up because the snake needs to feel the heat from a live animal in order to know that it's food. And so that got me to thinking, here's the thing. I never would have known any of that because, one, I'm not a snake and I'm not a snake expert. What's obvious to the snake isn't obvious to me. And, that really opened my eyes to some things about love and relationships. It works the same way. See, we make the mistake of giving people what we think they need. We tend to love in the ways that are more natural to us, but that doesn't always feed the other person. And if I had went home and decided to feed the snake the way I chose to feed the snake, then the snake probably would die. And if you love a man only the way you feel like loving him, the relationship's going to starve and it's not going to thrive as well. Real love isn't about assumptions. It's about curiosity. It's about listening. It's about learning what actually feeds the relationship and then choosing to give that 100%. Because what's obvious to you might not be obvious to him. And what's obvious to him might not be obvious to you. And that's the difference. That's the difference between love that dies and love that thrives.